Hello, my most amazing artists. Today we're going to start creating a bird that's going to sit inside our nest. So I'm going to give you some model magic. We cut the package open, we cut it down the side, open it up. You're going to get a half a piece of model magic. So I'm going to cut it in half, and I'll save this other half for someone else. Everybody gets half a piece. You're going to start by cutting that piece in half like that. So you have two equal chunks of clay. And the first thing you're going to have to do is choose a color for your first piece of clay. So I'm going to choose, maybe I'll make some purple. I'm going to flatten out my ball of clay. So I just rolled it into a circle and flattened it into a pancake, not too flat. And I'm going to use the side of my purple marker to add a bit of color to my clay. You don't want to go all the way to the edge because then you're going to end up with it on your hands. But you want to make sure you have a decent amount of color on your clay, and then you're going to fold it up like a taco. So all that color is trapped inside, and you're going to stretch and fold until that color mixes into your clay. Now, your color might be a little bit light still because your color has mixed with the white. And when a color mixes with white, it makes it lighter. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to roll this again. I'm going to flatten it out a little bit, and I'm going to add some purple another time. The more times you do this, the darker your clay will become. But I don't want you to spend all class coloring your clay because you do need to build your bird at some point as well. So I'm going to fold this up like a taco, trap that color inside, and I'm going to stretch and fold and stretch and fold. Make sure you've mixed it thoroughly into your clay, that you don't see stripes in your clay, and that everything is mixed nicely together. Once you've got the color mixed into your clay and it's as dark as you would like it to be, once again you're going to roll it into a meatball. And we're going to use this shape to help us create our bird's body. So you're going to take your ball of clay, you're going to put it in this teardrop shape, kind of towards the front here, and you're going to give it a little press like this. Again, you don't want to flatten it completely, and you're going to want to shape it with your fingers so that it's more of a teardrop shape. Like that. And if it's a little bit smaller, a little bit bigger, that's okay, but you want it roughly this size. Like that. I'm just making sure mine doesn't stick to the paper. Like that. Once you've got that one shaped, you're going to put that aside, and you're going to do the same with your next piece of clay. So this time I'm going to choose a new color. I'm going to roll it into a circle, flatten it out. This time maybe I'll choose some of this green. And again, I'm going to add a bunch of color to my clay. It's better to use the side of your marker to add the color because the tip, it just takes longer to color it in. So I'm going to take this, whoops. I'm going to fold it like a taco so that color is on the inside. That way I avoid getting it on my finger. I got a little bit on my finger, but these are washable markers, so they should come off. And I'm going to mix until all those stripes go away. Again, I'm going to add a little bit more color to mine using the side of my marker. Don't color all the way to the edge, because then you are more likely to get it on your fingers. You're going to fold it like a taco and stretch and fold. Like that. Until it's all mixed up. Once you have your clay all mixed, again, you're going to roll it into a meatball. Put that meatball at the fat part of your teardrop. Give it a smush and start to shape it. So I'm going to pinch the edges a little bit, get it to fit in that shape. Make sure one part isn't really skinny and flat and one part is really thick. Try to make it kind of even. And again, it doesn't have to fit in there perfect, but roughly about that size. And now I'm ready to turn one of these into my wing. So one of these is going to be my body. The other one is going to become my wing. And my wing, I'm going to make my wing the the green one here. For my wing, I want it to look more like a wing, so I'm going to use my scissors and I'm going to make it look more like feathers by cutting some lines into one side of my teardrop shape. I don't want to cut anything off, so make sure your lines aren't slanting towards each other, but you could even bend this a little bit to stretch out those pieces. It's really up to you. And I'm going to lay this on my body like that, and I'll shape it the way that I want. And just give it a gentle touch on there to make sure the pieces are joining together. All right, once you've got your body and your wing built, we're going to be ready for the head. So I'm going to give you a smaller piece of clay when you're ready for it. And once again, you're going to have to make it a color. So I'm going to take my red. Remember, red is going to now mix with white, which means it's probably not going to look red when you're done. It's going to look pink, because red and white, when they mix, they create pink. So if you're not a fan of pink, you might not want to use the red. I'm going to mix that up. I like to do it 2 times just to make sure my color is a little bit brighter. Using the side of my marker, I fold it like a taco. Again, don't color all the way to the edge, because then you will get color all over your hand. You're going to stretch and fold until everything is mixed up. Again, if you want it darker, you can color it again. And then you're going to roll it into a meatball and flatten that into the circle for the head. So think about the size. That looks like a pretty good size to me. And if you want it to look more feathery, you can add some more cuts on the bottom on one side. If you want to keep it a circle, you can just keep it a perfect circle. You don't have to add these feathery marks. It's just up to you. And I'm going to overlap this a little bit here and press that on for my head. Nice. The last couple of things I'm going to need are eyes and a beak, maybe some feet. So I'm going to take another smaller piece of clay and think about a color you want your beak to be. It could be any color. I'm going to choose yellow. Remember, yellow is a light color already, so when it mixes with the white, it's going to get even lighter. But the more times you add color to it, the brighter it will become. So I'm going to do that one more time. I'm going to fold it like a taco. And this is my smallest piece. I think I'm going to save some of this for my feet. So I'm going to cut a little chunk off that I can use for feet. And this one I'm going to roll it into a circle. But for the beak, I want to shape it into a triangle. So I'm just going to flatten one side, pinch the other side so it's more like a triangle. Make sure that's the size I want it to be before I attach it. And you can leave it a triangle like this with a closed mouth, or if you want to cut the tip of that triangle so your beak is open, like your bird is squawking or chirping, you can add it on that way. And maybe with this little piece, with this little piece I can rip it in half, roll it into little circles, and add that for my feet. You could shape that any way that you like. You could cut it if you want for little claws at your under your feet. I'm just going to give mine 2 cuts like that so it looks like a foot. If you don't want feet, you don't have to do feet. It's up to you. So I'm kind of making mine a little triangle-like shape, and then I'm just cutting 2 snips on the bottom and adding them on for feet. Lastly, I'm just going to need an eye. You just need a small piece of white clay from me. We're going to roll that into a circle, flatten it into a little pancake, And we can add that on for the eye. I can give you a Sharpie and very carefully you can add on your eyeball. Once your bird is complete, we're going to leave him on the paper, and you're going to need to write your name on your paper so we know whose bird is whose. And I will take your bird and add him to your nest as soon as he is dry. Can't wait to see your birds.